Well, fellas, I don't know what Steeler training camp access is going to be moving forward. Um, Mike T stepped down this week. Channing, I know you always say how much you would have liked to play for him. What are your thoughts on, Coach Tomlin's career in Pittsburgh?
First ballot Hall of Famer. I don't know what his next steps are, but I'm going to use my man Mike's T. The standard is the standard. And the standard he set, y'all got tired of going to the playoffs every year? Honestly, that's the standard he set. We're going to go to the playoffs. We'll see what happens then. Well, now he's 0-7 in the last 7. Okay, be upset. I'm a Bucs fan. I was a Bucs fan way back before Brady got there. Between Derek Brooks, Warren Sapp, and Brady and them. Okay. Everybody stand over the fence at the neighbor's yard talking about the grass is greener. The grass is not always greener. I don't know who is about to step in for Mike Tomlin because it's Tomlin, Cowher, and Noel. 3 Hall of Fame coaches. And now y'all are excited for it? I don't know, RC. Mike Tomlin can get any job he wants right now. If he takes a year off, which I think he will, I would love for him to be on any team that I cheer for because Mike Tomlin is a man. He is an amazing person. He's an amazing father, all the things you want to say. But that beautiful young man, I call him young, Mike. You ain't young, but I call you young. He knows how to coach football. I don't know why. If any Steeler fans excited for him to be gone, y'all about to see how green their grass is on the other side. Y'all about to see. I'm telling you. That's it. Mike T. Please just do your thing, man. Enjoy yourself. And you already got a house to stay at in Miami. If you want to just come on down.
I would say just Mike T, man, job well done, man. In a business where the turnover, I don't know the actual numbers, but the turnover is, continuous. And to have that level of consistency over the years, almost 2 decades, just a year shy of that, just a lot of excellence, just a rarity, at what he was able to accomplish. So I do want to give him his flowers. I don't believe there's a Steeler fan that actually, would like to see him go. The media says one thing. I listened to the broadcast during the game and how the double down of conversation about, being fired, what's going to happen next for Mike. And fortunately, he's able to write his own script. And that's another piece of it that I actually love, because part of me still trying to figure out why he made the move and why he did it so soon. And maybe it's not for me to figure out. It's for Coach to, maybe that was the easiest way for him to do it and not have to put the extra thought into it because I'm sure, like most of us, if we say we're going to retire, we would probably want to hurry and come back and play. But for Coach T, man, just a lot of excellence. But more importantly, the wins matter. Kind of looked it up. He had 193 of them, of 309 possible opportunities. That's like almost 63% clip, unheard of in the NFL. But more than that, I think what matters most is what he did for men. To be able to see RC in the clip we posted last week, just talk about the brotherhood, him being his big brother and how he helped him in his career and in his life and shape him into a man, and all the other guys that he touched, the accountability that he led with, the standard that he created there and that those men bought into and that they also live with and how they're raising their families with. So it's more than just football. It's more than just coaching. It's the genuineness that he led with and why all of these players are able to defend him, as we've seen Aaron do in his press conferences. So football is going to look crazy without Mike T in the camp. And the standard is the standard, RC. So I'm pretty sure the pivot still has that access, but it will look different whenever we pull up.
Yeah, man, I am not sad. I am celebrating what Mike Tomlin was able to accomplish. The 5 words that come to mind when I think of him is every field of human endeavor. That was the 5 words, the last 5 words we said to one another before every game the last 6 years I was there. Mike Tomlin gave me a home. He told me when he met me that I'd been a journeyman and that he was going to make Pittsburgh my home. And he kept his word. When I thought I was supposed to play to prove to everybody I could go back to Denver, Mike Tomlin saved my life. I truly believed Mike Tomlin saved my life because he told me if you were my son, I wouldn't be having this conversation. That's the man Mike Tomlin is and was. That wins weren't the most important thing about being a head coach of an organization. The people were. The people who now sometimes say negative things about him, who he allowed to be themselves and become superstars and defensive players of the year and all-pro wide receivers. 19 years, never having a losing season. 13 times being in the playoffs. 8 times winning the AFC North. Those are historic numbers. Mike Tomlin never deserved to hear boos. He never deserved to hear a chance of fire Tomlin. What he was able to do is a testament to not only himself, but to the Rooneys as well. The Rooney Rule is why Mike Tomlin got the interview that he did as a young coordinator. The Rooneys, being people of integrity and high standards, and Mike Tomlin being smart and engaging and charismatic and full of wisdom, is why he got the job. The decision that they have to make going forward after having over 40 years of, well, not even 40 years, since the 70s, having 3 coaches. Chuck Noll, Hall of Famer. Bill Cowher, Hall of Famer. Mike Tomlin, Hall of Famer. It's going to be the biggest decision in 20 years for this organization. And it's a man, in my opinion, who is irreplaceable. Mike Tomlin continued a lineage and traditions of people like Art Shell and Tony Dungy and Denny Green and Lovie Smith. More importantly, he held up the standard of Chuck Noll and Bill Cowher. So, like we did for 6 years straight, Coach T, you know it is all about achievement, and you have achieved in every field of human endeavor. Thank you for changing my life. Thank you for saving my life. And whatever you choose to do, whether it's TV, coach again, just be a dad and a husband, I know you'll do that as a high level or at a high level as well. Get some rest.